Hi, Chicas. Welcome back to another episode of Chica, We Got This podcast. This is your host, Mari. And today I have one of my Latinas from the Latina Follow Train, which has been a blessing for many of us. And I'm just so glad to be inviting Latinas in to tell me their chisme, their business, what they're up to, what their life was like, anything that we want to know, anything that they want to share. I'm here for it. This is a space I made for Latinas to be themselves, get to know other people, and just put themselves out there. So I'm very blessed to have a new girly with me tonight. Jessica, say hi.
Hello,
Welcome.
everyone. Thank you. I want to actually take this time to thank you for creating this space for all of us.
Oh, thank you. I'm really just trying out here. I just said let me just have everyone on because I can't do it alone. And I'm just glad that Latinas here have been so supportive and so sweet and so everything's about bonding and
Yeah.
genuine loves. What has it been for you, like this Latina followed train trend thing?
I think, like many of the Latinas on here, I was very overwhelmed. I just saw it happening and I was like, you know what? I don't want to lose out on this movement going on. Because usually I'm the type of person who I'm just consuming the videos and I'm like, wow, like that's
Yeah.
so cool. And one day I'll do it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's see what happens. The next day it was like blowing up. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Like, what kind of content creator am I going to be?
Right? It's definitely overwhelming. And then like there's like your whole For You page is just Latinas and
For
you're just
sure.
like, "Oh my God, I want to like everyone's video. I want to follow everybody." And
Yes.
it's a lot. And imagine all the people that haven't hopped on or like,
Yes.
are just not shown up in your page yet. I'm a little scared.
Yes. Definitely. Oh, it's
Yes,
been it's
yes.
been crazy.
Right. But I'm really glad that we got to connect because, if it weren't for the Latina Follow Train, we wouldn't be here. I
That's
wouldn't be
right.
doing this.
Yeah,
So
for
I'm
sure.
really glad, right? It happened and it's a blessing and a lot of us don't know how it's gonna like bless us yet, It has already done its thing, but
Yes,
there's, more behind that. So I'm very
definitely.
excited to find out what's in store for us. But tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, qué tú haces, let us know you.
Oh man, well, I mean, at first sitting here, I'm thinking like, oh, I don't know what to offer, but I think like many of us, I'm a daughter of immigrant parents. I am a first gen graduate from college, just trying to set example for my two siblings. But I think most of all, like I'm just a like loving human who's just ready to go see the whole world. Like I'm just ready to break out of the 9 to 5, just trying to experience all that the world has to offer.
Yeah, yeah. Where did you go to college? I'm a college girly too.
I graduated from the University of Redlands. Shout out to all of you who are there or have graduated. But yeah, it's a smaller private school. But yeah, I'm just so proud. I graduated last year. So now that I've graduated, I'm just like, I know, right? It took me a while. I wasn't the usual 4 years in a row. I had
Yeah.
to step back and financial issues and whatnot, but I
Hmm.
finally did it, and it's just been a roller coaster after figuring out what I'm gonna do. Like I can't say like, oh, I'm a college student anymore. I have to figure out what
Hmm.
I'm gonna do next. So it's been challenging in that sense.
Yes. What did you major in?
I majored in business administration. And
Nice.
I'm looking to go into marketing, but it is a
I
challenging
love that.
place to go into right now because everybody wants to do it.
Right, right. Everything's marketing now. Everyone wants to be like a
Yes.
marketing manager and da da da. Da. And while it's great, it's a whole lot. It's a
Yeah.
whole lot. But I was a marketing minor,
Oh,
so I
okay.
love marketing, and
Yeah.
it's it's interesting to see how the world really revolves around marketing, and like you can convince anyone to buy anything if you just sell it right. But what got you into business administration?
Well, you know what? Originally, my dream was to go into the fashion industry, you know, being like a designer. But I went the more practical way. And I figured business administration, I really can do anything. But I think at the end, I really like that I went that route because the current job I'm working in, I actually became a general manager. And so I feel like those two coordinated. It helped me learn
Yeah.
the basic concepts and terminology, and then I was able to actually implement it. So it worked out.
Yes, that's perfect. And no matter what your major is, honestly, you can find a way to put the skills that you learned and, all that stuff to work. You just need
Yeah.
to know how to like how to make it malleable and work for you.
Mhm.
So it
Yeah.
don't matter. But what got you into fashion? Is that something you've always liked since you were little?
Yeah, I mean, I remember being in elementary school. I don't know if you guys had this, but like the book stores, the little shops that they would hold.
Yeah.
I bought this little book that had like the scratch paper, like the design paper stuff, and I started drawing on those stuff and had stencils. It was just fun to me. So I wanted to
Aw.
do that for the longest, but I was just like, oh, I don't know, it might take a long time till I get discovered.
Yeah, yeah, I totally understand. But that's fun that you got to like dive into that when you
Yeah.
were little. I love those events. I remember everyone was like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna get?" And
Yes.
then the kids that we just wanted to see. I just
Yes.
want to see what's out there. So that's really awesome that you got to dive in and,
Yeah.
try things out. Is there some like designer, somebody that you've really just wanted to like someone that inspires you?
You know what? I think the reason why I like that so much is because experienced my grandpa. Es un sastrero. So,
What?
yeah, so I saw him like, sewing a lot of things. He did, when I lived in Mexico, he did a lot of my uniforms. So I would always see him like create something from scratch. And for me, that was just so amazing.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Grandpas, huh?
Yeah. And you know what? Like, that just really clicked to me a couple months ago. They came from Mexico and I got to spend time with him and he was just so like sweet, just talking to me about how I
Mm-hmm.
was in my childhood and how proud he was of me. I was just like, "Oh, grandpa, like you're gonna make me
Right.
cry."
Right. You made me so emotional.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Is there
Hmm.
something that you really enjoyed about, your experience with your grandparents? I always ask people this because I grew up without grandparents.
Mm.
There's like my mom's tia that is like older, and I'm like, yeah, that's
Right.
just grandma now. But what was it like having a grandparent?
I mean, I have a lot of memories with them, and I think I've gotten more knowledge from them now than when I was little. But I think I can take whatever experience I had as a childhood and what I'm learning now from them and like really use it to, eventually in the future when I have my own kids, like I can teach them some stuff or like share the memories I have with them. I think that's the most beautiful part about having grandparents.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then they'll slip a little 5 pesos just to like go get yourself something.
Yeah, for sure. Like, my grandpa would always buy me ice cream, and it was
Really?
una nieve de limón de agua. Oh my gosh, it was. I can just like taste it
Oh,
when I think back to it.
yes, yes. That's
Yes.
awesome. That's so good. Ellos viven en Mexico? Do they come often? Like,
Sí,
what's that
ellos
like?
viven en México. We're from Michoacán, so shout
Nice.
out.
Right? Shout out to my
Shout out
Michoacan
Michoacanas.
girls. I knew so many when I was at church when I moved to
Yeah.
Georgia. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I hope all good things.
Yes, yes. No, y'all are the
Yeah.
life of the party.
I like to think so too.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but they live out there and they come visit my mom a lot. So I get to spend some time with them. Not as much as I'd like to, but yeah, I still get to talk to
Yeah.
them and see them.
That's good. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have two. My sister Carla and my brother Francisco. I'm the oldest
Hi.
one, so then it's my sister
Yes.
and then my brother. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Would you say that those like stereotypes about the older, the middle, and the younger kind of apply to you?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure, 100%. I think it's so true. Like, I know for me, it was tough growing up and having to help my parents, sort of
hmm
like raise my siblings. And then I see my sister now, and she's a middle child, so she's getting to do all she wants. She's in college as
Yeah.
well, so her experience is so, I feel like it's so much better than mine because I like set the stage for her.
Yeah.
Um, but
Exactly.
like for my brother, it's like, oh, there's no doubt. Like I'm going to college. Like you guys went to it, I'm gonna go. And for me, it was more like, oh man, should I? Like, how am I gonna do it financially? But
hmm
it's been a blessing.
Yay. Well, I'm very glad. And you're like, big sisters are a huge, very important part for a lot of girlies out here.
Yeah.
I know my sister kind of taught me a lot of how to like a little street smarts type thing,
Mm.
She threw me out there and like kind of put me in situations where I was like, what am I supposed to do? I
Okay.
don't know. And she's like, figure it out. I'm not gonna tell you. So shout out to sisters, but
Yeah.
separate yourself from them right now. It's about you. Tell me kind of
Yeah.
what's your future, like what do you want it to look like? What are you aspiring to do?
Um, I honestly, I'm going like day by day.
Yeah.
But with this whole trend going on, I do really see myself just being more genuine to like the social media instead of like filtering out just what I want to share.
Yeah.
And just traveling more. I think that's my dream, just travel. Um, my I'm in the situation where I'm a DACA student or like recipient. So,
Yeah, that
yeah.
kind of girl.
So, I think that's one of the things that I would love to go out of the United States really and just like
Mhm.
experience my country again and like just going back to my culture.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Is there someone that you're like, yo tengo que ir a tal sitio?
Um, Definitely Michoacán. Yo tengo que ir para
Yeah.
atrás y ver mi casa ya de mi childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go back there.
Oh, I would love that for you. So
Thank you.
keep on manifesting. Don't give up. That
Yeah,
what is meant for you will simply find you and the
yeah.
circumstances will show up. But I can't wait for you to go back. I'm looking
Thank you.
to I'm trying to new places because I keep going
Okay.
back home. And I love Puerto Rico and
Uh-huh.
I miss my parents all the time, but I wanna go somewhere else.
Okay. So your parents
Yeah.
live out there?
Yes, my parents live
Okay.
in Puerto Rico. I moved out when I was 16, so we've been
Wow.
apart ever since.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
that. I
hmm
moved out at 18, so you were younger, but I understand.
Yes, but it's so hard. It's just like you'll move out even 16 between like younger and well, not too young, but
Hmm.
teenage phase, like
Yeah.
when someone tells you you can get out of your mom's house or your dad's house, you're like, that
I'm
doesn't
ready.
sound too bad.
No, I get you. I
Yeah.
remember I was in my junior year of high school, and I remember telling my parents like, by the time I graduate, I'm moving out, so y'all better get ready. And they didn't believe me, and my family was so adamant, like, no, it's too expensive. I was like, watch me, I'm gonna do it. Just watch.
Watch me.
And I did, and they still would like the week of, they were still like, are you sure you're moving out? I was just like, yes, I'm packed.
Watch me. Literally watch me. You need to help with some boxes, mommy.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta show them. You gotta show them. But was
Yeah.
that easy to kind of move out?
Moving out was easy. I
Yeah.
think because my family was so close at that time, it was definitely hard not having the emotional support system that I usually did.
hmm
So I moved out and on my own. I didn't know anybody in the city, so it was really hard. I got homesick for like the first half year that I was there. But
Dang.
yeah, I mean, it worked out because I became more independent and I had to learn things on my own, but it was good. It helped me
Yeah.
grow.
That's awesome. Where
Yeah.
did you go?
Redlands?
Yeah, where
Yeah,
is that
in
exactly?
California. Sorry.
Oh my God. Living the
Yeah,
dream.
California. Yeah, it's in the San Bernardino County, the
Okay,
nicer
there's a
area.
lot of Cali girls on this trend though.
Yeah,
A lot of girls in California, so that's awesome. I'm
yeah.
planning to go because
Good.
there's too many of you guys over there.
Yeah, we should
I need
definitely
to
like
go.
have an event or like have a beach day or
Yes,
something.
exactly. I think that'd be fun. And same for
Yeah.
Houston. There's a lot of girls on Houston in
Okay.
Houston. So, lady that's listening to me, Latina, if you're
Yeah,
in
for sure.
Houston, yeah, hit me up because I'm a go. You best believe I'm
You're like, we
doing
gotta
it.
represent.
Exactly, exactly. So,
Mm.
yes, that's awesome. And are you still in California?
Yes, I'm still here.
You like it?
I love the weather. You know, we
Hmm.
get like right now it's more fresh, but it's not as cold as other places.
Yeah.
So I like that. And then during the summer, it's just like peak summer. Don't get me wrong, it's super hot.
Really?
Yeah, it gets super
Oh
hot,
my
but
God.
like springtime is a good time.
Okay, well, I might just go because I need to get out of. I mean, I just moved to Florida, so it's not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not like I need to get out of here,
Yeah,
but I've known Florida for a good minute, and I know what it's like to be
right.
here, so it's not new to me. And but I did miss the cold weather.
Mm,
I mean, no, the hot weather.
okay.
But you know why I get messed up? Because it ain't hot like that. It's
Yeah.
not as hot as I thought. I was like, I'm leaving Georgia for a reason. And
Oh,
one of them was the weather. I'm
right.
tired of the bipolar weather in Georgia.
Mm.
And yeah, it came to my surprise that it's cold here too. So
Yeah,
that's
it
fun.
happens.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But let's backtrack a little bit and I want
Hmm.
to know a little more about kind of you in the past. What was it like being in your house? What were you like when you were younger?
When I was younger, uh, I was a very obedient daughter. I have to say, like, my high school years, any like even before then, I was taught to uh, be very quiet and just, talk when spoken to, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I think that's why for me it's so difficult to do things like this on social media because it was just like be reserved, don't cause attention to yourself, like
Yeah.
be a good girl, get the good grades, go to school, come home, have your friends. Don't get me wrong, like have them come
Yeah.
over, but you can't go out anywhere because we don't know who the parents are.
Tú nunca sabes.
No sabes lo que va a pasar. So,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, so I was a very good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how your friends would describe you?
You know what? At school they would describe me as a very outgoing person. I'd have to say,
Yeah.
yeah. I love talking to new people and just connecting. And I think they would say I was pretty loud and like, always talkative. Very
Ella no
talkative.
se calla.
Yeah. I love
Oh my
talking, but
gosh.
yeah.
Yes, girl. That's why I did the podcast. But no me callo. I
Yeah.
want to talk, 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 talk.
No, that's
And I thought
good.
might as well talk with somebody instead of
Yeah.
myself. Para no
Mhm.
verme un poco loca. So,
Yeah.
but that's awesome. So your friends nowadays would they describe you the same, very outgoing, likes to meet new people?
I say like I don't have many friends nowadays. I have a job. I work like almost 10 hours a day. So I would say my friends are my coworkers.
Dang, what do you do?
I work at a restaurant, like a fast food restaurant type thing.
Yeah,
I don't really want to talk
yeah.
because then I could get in trouble.
Girl, I got you. Point is, you work and
But
it's
I work
long
a
hours.
long hours, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I think they would maybe say I'm like a serious person. I try
Yeah.
to show like I'm professional at work. I still have my moments where we're having fun, like hablando
Mm-hmm.
aquí allá, el chisme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pero yeah, it's more professional at work, I would say.
Yeah. I tried to have fun when I was working outside of home. Now I work from home, so it's a
Mm.
little secluding and stuff.
Yeah.
But I loved being like, just talking to my coworkers. Not
Mhm.
all the time, obviously, but
Yeah.
like they become your friends. You get
Yeah,
really close. They
for sure.
experience you in good and bad days, and
Mhm. Yeah,
you just
like
get close.
I was just telling them the other day, I am very close to them and I feel like they're my family. So whenever something happens to
Yeah.
them, I'm just like, "Oh my gosh, like no, like let me help you," or like, "What can I do to help you?"
Right,
Yeah.
right. I used to have a few that like anything new happens, and once I went into work, I'm like, I have to tell you something.
Yes.
Yeah, but they do become family. That's very true. That's very
Mhm.
true. And
Yeah.
is there anything that kind of has helped you connect with people more? I know that like for me, my something I've had to learn to connect
Mhm.
better is to just talk less and listen more.
Yes.
I struggled with that, and I'm really still trying because I feel like I could talk a lot less. But like, kind of what's helped you connect with people?
I think just taking the time to actually sit down and connect with somebody. Life is
Hmm.
very fast paced, so it's mostly like texting or like a quick call and that's it. But actually, like making some time to connect with a person. I'd
Yeah,
say I learned that with my mom actually this year. I since I left the house and I was in college and started working, it's always been like, oh, well, let me like I'll call you when I have time type
yeah,
situation. And she's struggling mentally right now, and I, some hard stuff is happening, but I thought to myself, like, if I don't make the time to connect with people I love or just connect with anybody really, it's like life is just gonna go by and I'm not really gonna make a difference in anybody's life or, really show them that I love them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How does that feel to have like your mom struggling through something? Because I know my mom will have her times where
Yeah.
like she's just going through stuff, and
Yeah.
like I literally just have to watch her
Mhm.
struggle and watch her in pain, and it hurts
Yeah.
because it's like I you're the last person that I want to see upset
Mhm.
and hurt and crying, and like it's a whole other thing when you watch your mom cry.
Oh
And
yeah.
so
For
how is
sure.
that? How's that been for you?
It was hard. Definitely hard
Yeah.
because when I see my mom, like I see a strong woman, and for her to go through something like that, it's just like heartbreaking. And I'm like, okay, well, what can I do to help her? But then the other
Yeah.
day, I have to just tell myself, like, I can't really fix her. She has to put in the work, and all I can do is just show her how much I love her and it just really be there for her, like, and just listen. Sometimes it's hard because it's like, how am I going to like take on this stuff when I'm going through my own things? But it's just listen. Like,
Yeah.
I think for her, she just wants to know that somebody's there and like that she can just vent to. Um, but it's really hard because it's hard not to take in the emotions and want to like take away the pain from her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You're right. It's hard to just be a bystander
Yeah.
for someone who's so close, you
Yeah.
know. I totally get that. I try
Mhm.
to, well, as I said, I don't live with them anymore, so
Mhm.
there's not much I can do.
Yeah.
But if I'm there, I've always wanted to kind of like give her, how in some like shows and stuff, the mother will like the daughter comes home and her boyfriend broke up with her, and the mom's like, okay, it's okay, we're gonna watch movies, we're gonna eat
Yeah.
ice cream, da 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 da.
Yeah.
I want to do that for her when she's having those rough days.
Yeah.
But I hope she can get through this, cuz
Yeah.
and you as well, cuz it's not easy
Mhm.
on, the daughters and sons to watch their mom struggle.
Yeah.
So I really hope
Awesome. Thank
you
you.
come out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I've never heard someone talk about, is like having to see your mom struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And I identify personally.
Yeah.
But tell me, what's something that like I guess let's get deep here.
Okay.
Tell me what's something that you're still learning nowadays. You know, I know like every day we're learning. We learn till the day
Mm-hmm.
we die. So like what's
Yeah.
something that you're learning nowadays that you're trying to really, get the grasp of?
Mm, I would say I just being like more understanding and learning how to love people who I might not think like they're hard to love, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because when I love hard.
Yeah.
And but there's some people that I'm just kind of like, oh man, like, but they're like this, like I don't want to, connect with that type of person. But I
Yeah.
think everybody's deserving of love, and it's just, but it's hard. It's hard because I'm stubborn too. So I'm just like, no, like, why am I gonna even give them the time of my time?
Yeah. Exactly.
But I really do think like everybody has their own stuff going on in their lives, and I just have to remind myself like it's okay. Like they're, projecting their emotions onto me sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and I just need to, just love who the person is and not really what they're doing to me. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Sometimes we take it a little too personal because it's
Hmm.
like literally directed towards us. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like,
It's hard not to like react like, excuse me, like, why are you talking to me like that?
literally, it's hard to separate them because they're like, it's
Yeah.
like, sometimes I think like you literally have control over what you're about to say. And you
Yeah.
still went ahead and said it like that and
Yeah.
said that to me and like didn't
Hmm.
think that it would hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard. It's
That is
hard, but
hard.
we do it for the ones we love and care for, and
Hmm.
we're trying. We're trying, and you're definitely gonna get to a point where you're gonna be like, wow, I've come such a long way.
Yeah.
Especially because that's like in your awareness now,
Hmm.
and you can it's more actionable, and having it in your mind is gonna help you kind of be more aware.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're learning that. I'm trying to learn that too because I have my family and some friends that are a little more like expressive of their emotions and
Mm.
like will show it.
Yeah.
Like if they're having a bad day, it's kind of like, well, let's just not talk.
Oh, I see. I get
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. But tell me, what's something that you already are proud that you have gotten to learn, like a lesson learned that maybe some of us Latinas can learn from?
A lesson learned. Um, I have to say it's just whenever going through a hard time, going back to your faith, whatever it is. I went through a really, really hard time like a year and a half ago, and it broke me down, and I was depressed, and I think like finding my way back to my faith helped me a lot in putting things into perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and um, just like being in that like process of relearning all that I learned as a kid, because you learn about your faith as a kid, and eventually it kind of like fades away or you continue, right? But for me,
Yeah.
it faded away, and I had to find myself and learn it all over again. But it really helped me overcome all those feelings that I was struggling with inside. So I think that's one thing that I would say, like if you have a faith, whatever it is, like I said, go back to it and really like practice it and know that you're not alone. Something out there greater than you is going to help you through something hard.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that because I like you're hitting on all the things that are so recent. Jessica, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Sorry,
Who
I
told you this stuff?
know.
But I see where you're coming from because there are times
Yeah.
where certain things call me that I'm just like, maybe I should give in. Maybe I
Mm,
should, maybe
yeah.
I should investigate a little more.
Yeah.
But what are like some first steps that you took that some of us that could help some of us kind of like,
Hmm.
listen to that little voice that's saying something. Like what are the first things that you did to get a little closer?
I think the first thing was listening to like gospel music. That really, really helped me. Anytime that I felt down, or just like not getting up at all, I just, put on my gospel music, and like it made me feel more at peace.
Mm-hmm.
And also just like finding, like Googling on or YouTubing something like inspirational videos. And a lot of it is from this church that I found. It was online and it really got me through it. But yeah, music for sure.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
music, so that's a great recommendation,
Hmm.
honestly. And do you have any artists that you can like, throw out here? Any songs or something?
um, well, from this church, there's a group called Elevation Worship. I love that group.
Okay.
So if anybody
Yeah.
wants to go into like gospel music, that's for sure. My favorite song has to be Lion from them, but it's really good.
Did they feature in a movie?
Um, Not that I'm aware of. I know they're having like concerts, worship nights.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they were in in a movie.
'Cause that song, like that name
Uh-huh.
sounds familiar. Lion. Yeah. That sounds very familiar, but I'll look it into it. I'll
Yeah.
look into it. I like want this is really the only gospel song that I've listened to that
Mm.
I don't know if it's gospel, but to me it is.
Yeah.
And I love it. And it's called Faith. So,
Oh, okay. I'll look it up.
yes.
What's the group name?
Yes. It's one guy, his name's Emanate.
Oh,
So
okay.
at EMAN and then the number 8.
Oh, okay.
And you
I'll
literally
listen
the
to it.
first like 5 seconds of the song always make me want to cry
Yeah.
and
Oh,
just
yeah.
scream out loud. So,
For
yes.
sure. Yeah.
Yes.
No judgment there. I literally listen to these songs sometimes and I'm like bawling my eyes out.
Right.
I'm like
It's
driving
what
to
we gotta
work,
do.
like bawling.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, I'm gonna come in with my red eyes, but they already know me. I'm
Yeah.
an emotional person.
I gotta ask now, what sign are you? Even though I don't know anything about signs.
I'm Aries.
Oh, girly, we're besties according
Yes.
to the internet.
I don't know much about it. Don't ask me who I'm
Right,
compatible
I don't
with,
know
but that's
much.
what I know.
Yeah, I don't know much, but for the little that I know,
Yeah.
I'm a Sagittarius, and Aries and
Okay.
Sagittarius are the most compatible. We're both
Awesome.
fire
Yeah, I
signs,
feel
and
it. I feel the
right,
connection.
I feel it. It's in the air.
Yeah.
So so yes, but because of that, I already know we're besties.
All
And
right.
as we close this episode, I need a piece of advice from you for our Latinas. What's something that they can take away, given what you've been through, and all that you know?
Just remember that any challenges that you guys are going through and the ones that you overcome are the things that are gonna make you stronger and getting you ready for your next season in your life.
Oh, we love that. You know I'm using that for our
Oh,
recording, for our
yes.
little like promo video. You
Thank
know I'm
you.
using that. So, Jessica, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
signing up. Thank you for following. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for everything.
Thank you for giving us this space to connect with you and to talk and share with everybody else in your platform. I appreciate you so much.
Yes. Oh, I'm just here for my girlies, and I feel like we're all also kind of trying to like, like make up for lost time and make
Yes.
those little friends and connections where we
Oh
wanted.
yeah.
At least that I wanted when I was younger. I just wanted that little bestie that we could call on
Yes.
FaceTime and talk
Yeah.
and talk.
For
Yeah,
sure.
but
Nowadays it's so hard as an adult, you know?
everyone's busy. Everyone's got
Yes.
their own thing. Everyone will wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Like,
For sure.
yes. So I feel you, but I'm grateful for you and all the time that we spent together. You better sign up for the next one because
All
I
right, for
need you
sure.
back. Yes. But thank you so much. And to all my Latinas that are listening, remember to go follow her. Tell us your page. You better give us that handle.
Girl, I don't even know at the top of my head.
Oh my god, yes, I got you, girl. It's Jess_C.H.
Thank you.
So
I think
go
I see.
follow
Yeah,
her.
I changed it recently, so I was like, oh shoot, what is it?
Oh, I'm dead. I be messing mine up because mine's like, I changed letters to numbers. I'm like, wait, what's the letter that I changed? I don't even know.
All right, I'm glad
But
you can relate.
yeah, yeah, I popped that up real quick.
Awesome,
But
thank you.
anyways, I'm so grateful you were here. Girlies, go follow her on Instagram and show her some love and support because she's a part of this train. She did her part. She followed and she showed some love. So let's do that and show her some love back. And I will see you guys on the next episode. I love y'all.